Investing in property tax liens. Welcome back. I'm Ted Thomas, and I've been involved in tax lien certificates and tax deeds for about 25 years. And times have really changed, and I'll tell you about that as we go along. So we're going to talk about investing and making money with tax lien certificates. So there's thousands of ways to make money in the United States, and I'm just going to show you a couple right now that will really work for you. Now, this is a highly lucrative, little-known investment, and once you learn how to do it, you can do it in hundreds of counties across the United States. You can do it online, you can do it offline. I'm going to show you how to make money in different states and different counties, and then when I get very close to the end, I'll tell you about 2 mistakes that you need to avoid so that you don't get in trouble at the tax defaulted auction. I see people making big mistakes there, and I'll show you what to avoid. So stay with me, and I'll come right back. Okay, now I'm qualified to teach you this because I've been involved in this, guiding people and teaching people for over 25 years. So there's 3,000 counties in the United States. There's over that, actually. It's about 3,200. And half of those counties sell tax lien certificates. The other half sell tax deeds. So let's concentrate on these tax lien certificates for a few minutes. Here's what happens. In the event someone doesn't pay their taxes, and let's say they're in Orlando, Florida, they don't pay their taxes. Well, the local government's got a problem now because they got a lot of bills to pay. And I'll come back and talk about that in a minute. But the government has a problem. So what they do is they send notices to the property owner and say, look, you got to pay your taxes. The people still don't pay. They either default or they refuse to pay the tax, or they don't have the money. And so they don't pay the tax. So the local government, any one of the counties there, whether it's Seminole or Orange County or Osceola County, whatever the county is, they will then issue a tax lien certificate, which is nothing more than a piece of paper. And that piece of paper will say the tax on this property is $2,000. Anybody that wants to pay it can pay it. And if they do, what we'll do is we'll give them a position on that property where they're guaranteed to get paid or they'll get the property. So what's the guarantee they'll get paid? Well, in Orlando and Florida, they could pay up to 18%. Some counties pay 16%. In other states, some counties, like in Chicago, they pay up to 36%. So you're getting the idea. So you could earn this generous amount, this outrageous amount of money on a tax certificate. All right, so what's happening with this certificate? Someone didn't pay their tax. Well, Florida's a very benevolent state. All tax lien states, in my mind, are benevolent because they don't throw the people out of the property when they don't pay taxes. They do not throw them out. So when you buy a certificate, you don't get possession. You get this certificate. But the certificate has power. What kind of power does it have? Well, if they don't pay you, you have the power to take over the property. So here's what happens. So 97% of the people will pay their tax. And they'll pay not only their tax that was due, but they'll pay a high interest rate because basically you lent the money. And in Florida, it's up to 18%. So those certificates are available in every county. And there's like 67 counties. There'll be over 1 million certificates available in just Florida. Now, think about how much money you could earn if you put money in the bank. It would be a nice solid 1%, wouldn't it? Or maybe even less nowadays. All right, so that's not going to help you very much. But what if you could earn 18 times that by buying a tax lien certificate? But you're saying, well, wait a minute, Ted. Why do I want to buy somebody's defaulted taxes? Here's why you want to buy some defaulted taxes. Because if the people don't come in and pay you, you are going to get paid by getting the property. Because when you buy a tax certificate, you now have rights. You have rights in that property. Property can't be sold, can't be mortgaged, can't be traded. Nothing can happen on that property until you're paid. So here's my example. You go in and pay, or you do it online, $2,000 tax on somebody's property. Now, that'd be a pretty nice property, be worth more than $200,000. So you got a nice, clean property, no junkers now, nice, clean property, and sure enough, you have paid the tax. If the people ultimately don't pay you, you will get the property. That's the rules. Okay, the rules have been that way for 200 years. So I didn't invent tax liens or tax deeds. They were invented by local governments and the state in corporations. So the state and the government, local government got together and said, look, we have to take care of fixing the roads, paying the county employees. We have to pay the police department, the fire department. You're getting the idea. So the local government has a lot of bills to pay. Well, that all comes from property taxes. So if people don't pay their property taxes, there's going to be a big problem. All right, so now, what are we talking about today? Well, this episode is all about investing in property tax liens. Okay, I call them tax lien certificates because that's what you're actually going to buy. You're going to buy someone's lien. You're going to pay for it. Now the county can run the county because they've got money. All right, and then you just sit at home passively on your rusty dusty doing no work. You sit on your butt doing nothing. All right, 97% or 95 to 97% of the people will come in and pay. When they come in and pay, you'll get all your money back. Now, let me say that again. You'll get all your money back, and in Florida, up to 18%. Now, let's travel around in our mind just a little bit. If you did the same thing on Long Island in Nassau or Suffolk County, you'd get 12%. If you did it in Iowa, you'd get 24%. You're getting the idea. Now, in Chicago, Illinois, or all of Illinois, they pay up to 36%. Now, I've gone to the auction in Cook County in the old days, and when they had the auction, they'd take out a 3x5 card, read the property number, and take a bid. All right, if they had 100,000 properties, it would take them 35 days to read all the cards. Well, they don't do that anymore. Now they do it online. So you can do this online and never have to go to an auction. So I don't care what state you're in. If you're in Orlando, Florida, and you want to buy an actual property in Seattle, Washington, you can do that because we teach this whole thing online. All right, quick review. We've got 3,000 counties. Half of them sell tax liens. The others sell tax deeds. Okay, now the homeowner is in trouble and hasn't paid the tax. So you're going to pay the tax in a tax lien state. They're not going to kick the homeowner out, so you're not going to get possession of the property. Those are very benevolent states that don't throw people out. Now, other states, like California and New York, those are tax deed states. I can tell you right now, the treasurer will seize the property, they will evict the owner, and they'll sell the property to the highest bidder at an auction. So those property owners are thrown out of there immediately. All right, so keep in mind there's a world of difference between investing in a property tax lien, safe, secure, easy to understand investment. You can't give Ted any money. You invest with the county, you get checks back from the county. Now, everything that I'm talking about today is 200 years old. This system has been around for 200 years. It's been perfected. Anybody can do it. You can learn how to do it, and once you do, you can do this for the rest of your life. It's not unusual for people to buy tax lien certificates in their pension plan, or to buy them in an IRA, or even in a traditional IRA, and even a Roth IRA. So you can do it in either one. It's going to be up to you, but there's plenty for everyone, because just in Florida, there will be 1 million certificates available each May. Now, they will sell those certificates. They sell them for varied interest rates. You'll have to learn that. And they sell them in different counties. You could sit at home, and if you're watching your computer right now and listening to and watching me, you could be doing the same thing, buying tax liens and deeds. In other words, you can now finally make money and get checks from the local government by just working with your computer. Now, I'm going to tell you about some real big problems people have at auctions in just a minute. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you understand that these tax lien certificates pay 16% in Arizona, 24% in a place like Iowa, 36% in Illinois. It just depends upon what state that you're going to buy it in. But you're always going to invest your money with the government. You're going to get your money back from the government. Okay, so let me close up by saying investing in tax lien certificates is predictable, it's certain, and it's secure. And what were you doing? You're paying someone else's taxes. Why would you pay someone else's taxes? Because if they don't pay you, you're going to get the property. You're saying, Ted, I don't want the property. Well, I understand you don't want the property. But if you paid taxes and you only paid 1 or 2% for the property, would you like to have a property for 1 or 2%? Certainly you could call a broker and sell it for 25 or 50%, because these properties always come without auction. All right, so why do I do that? I'm going to be willing to buy tax certificates because the government's got my back. If I don't get paid, they're going to award me the property. I'll take that any day of the week. So I'm going to do a couple of questions right now. Where does your money go? Well, it doesn't go to Ted Thomas. I'm an educator and I teach people how to do this. What you're going to do is once you learn this, and we'll teach you all the steps to do it, is you're going to invest with your local county, whether you do it online or offline. You're going to invest with them. They're going to hold your money. It's going to be protected by the property tax code. And when the people come in and pay their tax, 95 to 97% will come in and pay you. When they come and pay you, you'll get all your money back plus that high interest rate. That's a great deal. So you're wondering why nobody else has told you about this. Well, we're in America now, and everybody that's in America wants to make money, and they want to make a lot of it. So brokers, they get commissions, and people that are financial planners, they either get commissions or they get fees. Attorneys, they get paid by the hour. So none of those people are going to tell you about this because they don't get paid to tell you about it. So if you want to go buy a stock, well, they'll be happy to sell you the stock, but people want to call and ask a lot of questions. So if you're going to buy the stock, you're going to have to pay commissions or you won't get any information, okay? So the point is, all of these people are commissioned people, and their commission is based on telling you information. So if nobody tells you anything, then you'll never know about it, and that's why you don't know about this. All right, so here's what I want to make sure that you don't do, is don't buy any of those properties unless you've seen them. And the reason I tell you that is because I don't want you to lose money. I have one other thing you want to be cautious of, and that is you don't want to end up at the auction buying properties that you don't have an exit strategy. If you've got an exit strategy, you're in great shape. But if you don't start bidding, because I see people way overbid, and they bid more than the property is worth, and that could be a disastrous mistake for you. So I have a great course that I think you guys will be interested in. So if you're learning a lot and you want to learn more, I have what I call a safe haven. That's the name of the course. And this course will teach you about tax lien certificates and tax defaulted properties. And all you have to do to get that free course is register below me right now.